Welcome back. We are talking with animal trainer Mary Green of Canine Manners and More about behavior problems or issues you may have been struggling with when it comes to your dog. Mary, we're so happy to have you back.
Nice to be here.
Thank you. And we've got a Halloween theme kind of going because Griffin is all ready for Sunday with his little jester get up on.
He's ready.
It's very cute. All right, let's get to our questions now. Jill says, my dog seems to have separation anxiety. She gets really nervous when she sees me getting ready to leave the house and goes crazy when I get home. Is there anything I can do to tell her to overcome this?
Yeah, it's kind of a common thing, and I'm seeing it more recently because people have been home working, maybe working from home for a long time, and now are back working on site. And so a lot of dogs that, maybe were as puppies were staying home with their pet parents now are being, to them it's abandonment. So first thing I would do would be to visit with the veterinarian to be sure that separation anxiety is actually a medical diagnosis that a veterinarian can make. We see signs of separation distress, dog can't be home alone, various components of that. But if it's truly a separation anxiety that might require medication, then visit with your veterinarian about that. The triggers, like the dogs know when you're getting ready to go to work, right? So if you can change up the routine, maybe put your purse in the car before you have your coffee. Change up the routine. Put your tennis shoes on instead of your work shoes or whatever. And don't let the confinement or the kenneling mean abandonment. Put the dog in there sometimes when you're home and just, otherwise occupied, so he doesn't think that means you're going to work. And then when you get home, make your greetings really low key. Just come in, settle down, take your shoes off, and then greet the dog. Don't make a big deal out of arrivals and departures.
Okay, because I know a lot of us when we leave, especially for work or going on a trip, we like to say bye to our pets. And like you mentioned, I've heard not to do that.
I always tell my dogs, mind the house, stay and mind the house.
Yep.
And if I'm gone, overnight, I'll tell them it's just 1 sleep or 2 sleeps or 3 sleeps or whatever. So I don't know, but it makes me feel better.
And it's good to know too. All right, Jared has our second question. He says, what age is best for puppy socialization and what method do you recommend? Classes, play dates, or at home?
All of the above. So the developmental deadline for socialization, this is a kind of a loose deadline, actually is by about 20 weeks of age. This puppy should have met all the different people and all of the different animals and all of the different experiences that kind of vaccinate him against issues potentially coming up in the future. So I don't ever want to overwhelm a puppy, and I think it's more important that they just are tolerant. The socialization can be kind of misconstrued by people, like my dog doesn't have to love everybody, right? But he has to be accepting of everybody, and new situations, that's the biggest thing to be socialized about. New situations, new experiences, happy visits at the veterinarian, that's a huge one with a puppy. So try and accomplish as much as you can before that dog hits 5 months of age. It actually never stops. We're always kind of working on socialization.
Good to know. And then we have one more question. Do we have time to get that question in? Okay, this is from Dave. He says, my 1-year-old puppy loves to chase, especially cars when we are on walks. I always use a leash, but I'm afraid he could hurt himself if this behavior doesn't stop. Any tips for this?
Yeah, have you ever met a border collie? Anything that moves really triggers these herding dogs. So a quick tip would be a harness that has 2 points of connection and 2 leashes, or a double-headed leash with 2 clips on it, so you have 2 points of contact. As soon as that vehicle comes in sight, get the dog to sit or lie down till that vehicle's gone. Have him at least turn back to you and keep him engaged with you while the vehicles go by.
Okay, Mary, again, thank you so much for your time and answering those questions. Good to see you too, Griffin. If you have a question for Mary about training your dog, just send those in an email at noonshow@griffin.news. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more news and weather after this.